I'm going to give my thoughts and about Guilty Gear Strive and such because I played a lot of the game already. I've seen the game being open. I've kind of changed opinions on certain things, but I also feel strongly about other things, okay? Now, the whole concept of bringing up issues, bring something to light is very important. I would like to go ahead and give my thoughts and my gripes about Guilty Gear Strive because while there is rollback and the rollback is fantastic, I play with people in London, I play people in Brazil, I play people in Japan, I play people in Europe, just everywhere around the world, and I can play with them no problem. But that's not the end-all be-all solution to having a good fighting game. There's still issues, there's still problems, and I really hope that they fix them because if they do, Strive is going to be a fantastic product. I want to pull up a clip, and it's a very important clip. It's from Sajam. Sajam has been an enthusiast on this whole thing for a long, long time. Let me pull up this clip because this is a beautiful clip, and I will never forget it. This is the clip right here, chat. Bless Sajam for this.
Say that they should have instant rematch in the game. The UI was a placeholder. The lobby was an April Fool's joke. All that was not real until it was real, and it's the reality of the game we're playing. Shut the fuck up and don't say that, because now you're like, it's not so bad. Instant rematch has to be in the game. Don't defend stuff. Just out loud say, I would like to buy a good product. You want the game to be good, instant rematch in the game would be good.
That's the sentence that resonates with me. If you want to buy a good product, speak up. Voice your concerns. And as long as it's done in a civil manner, I say go for it. Why not? The biggest takeaway from this, however, is the fact that you want a good product, right? You want something to be as perfect as it can be so you can gloat about it. You can recommend it to other people. This is ultimately a stress test. Well, I don't know how much they can do in 2 months, my friend. And the fact is, this is just a stress test, yes, but the fact of the matter is, if you don't complain about it, and if you don't voice your opinions on the bad things about the game, if we don't tell them what we want, they're just going to take the easiest route and give us just a steaming pile of dog shit. It's happened so many times. So you want to voice your opinion right now, before the game comes out. Oh, it's just a beta test. Yes, that works in certain situations like the servers. Right now the servers are down and they're working on it, and they can use that information to port over or to carry over to the main release so this doesn't happen again. When it comes to the game's features, that's a different story. Let me go into the first thing, and probably the number one thing that everybody is complaining about, everybody has a problem with: lobbies. The lobbies are awful. They are not good at all. If you like them, good for you. You are probably the minority in this because nobody likes the lobbies. The lobbies are garbage. Basura. Throw it in the trash. Gomi. You can say trash in every single language, and that's basically describing the lobby system in Guilty Gear Strive. The reason why they decided to implement this floor mechanic where, depending on how much you fight, you can get assigned to a specific floor and you can fight people at that specific floor and at your skill level. Now, the lobby system allows you to queue up wherever you want, and then you have somebody come to you. And what that does, it basically allows for a whole bunch of different people to start floating around the lobbies, and a whole bunch of different problems start to arise from that because you think that they're open, but they're actually not. It causes a lot of failed matchmaking, and especially for the people that are trying to matchmake in training mode, because people that are in training mode, they're assigned to that floor, and they're basically trying to matchmake with people on that floor. Other than that, it just looks bad. It's just not good at all. And alongside that, the menu systems just take a million years to load. I don't know why. I don't know if it has something to do with the servers. I don't know if it has something to do with how it was implemented or ported or whatever the word is. The loading times for getting to start screen to pulling up a player card accidentally, because you have to go up to a person, click challenge, and sometimes you'll click on player card, and when you click on the player card, it takes a million years to load. And after that, you lost your match. You can't play against them because you're waiting for the player card to pull up. I hate it. It's awful. It's terrible. Take it out. You have rollback. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I feel like we've been through this before in the previous beta, and they said, nah, we're just gonna do this. You guys deal with it. I have a feeling that they're not going to change it. They're not going to remove it. I would take Dragon Ball Fighters lobbies over Strive lobbies, and that's saying something. With that being said, let's go into no rematch function. Holy crap, the amount of times that I was stuck in loading times in the lobbies, the amount of time that I spent not playing the game is crazy. The no rematch function is huge because that's turned into something that most modern day fighting games have to have, especially with this game, because this game, they decided to make matches go incredibly quick with the amount of damage that you do, with the amount of things that you can do. Matches go by really fast. And the fact that there's no rematch function so it can get you right back into the fray is unacceptable and needs to be fixed. And I'm hoping it will get fixed. The third thing is no frame data. And this is something that I really, really wanted to have. I was really hoping that Strive was going to have this. It was frame data. And I know that most games right now don't have frame data. And most games, they actually put it into the game a couple years after its release. Frame data would be fantastic to have, even if it's just a simple frame data. I mean, like, as much as I don't like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus's frame data system that they have, at least it's something. I think frame data would be such a good thing to have in this game in the training mode. The next thing, combo counter, the font. You know what I'm talking about. You know how big it gets. And you know how distracting it can be, especially with all these infinites going around. And you see that combo counter going up and up and up and up and up. Now you start to see how ugly the combo counter is. I don't know what happened. I don't mind them having like a smaller number and building up to a bigger number. I kind of like it how DMC does it, you know, with grades. They have like the letter C or a D and then it goes up to like triple S and it gets bigger or something like that, but it doesn't get like astronomically bigger. And the people that tell you that they do like the combo counter like this are either one of two people. Chaotic people that just want to see the world burn, or memers. So that's the only two type of people that actually like this counter, because this combo counter is awful. Cannot believe that they didn't fix it from the last time we played this game. I cannot believe it. It covers, bro, like the entire screen, dude. I feel like I'm watching Elmo. I feel like I'm watching Sesame Street. You know, learning how to count with Guilty Gear Strive. It's like 1, 2, 3, and every time he counts, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just a giant number at the end. Please, please make it smaller. Make it smaller. Make it normal. Make it normal. You can stylize it if you want, just make it normal. The next thing, and I think this one's a little bit more subjective, but I think a lot of people agree or are in the majority in this, and that is Gatlings. What I would suggest with the Gatling system, because right now all you can do is do lights into command normals and maybe lights into sweeps. I think right now, because you can only do like 5p into 6p or something like that, and you can do 5k into 2D and such. I think the best thing to move forward, if they want to make this change, is to make punches and kicks chainable or Gatling. So you can do like P, K, and then whatever else you want to do. Don't do it into the heavies, just do P and K. So you can do like 2P, 2K, 2D or something like that. You know what I mean? Some people can do 5P into 6P and the 6P completely knocks down, so you can't really do that. But if they want to bring back Gatlings, which I highly doubt it, I'm all for it. But if they want to compromise, I think light Gatlings should be a thing. So, and the biggest thing why I don't like the Gatling system right now is just everything feels very limited when it comes to that. You know, it's very meter reliant. A lot of the really cool things that happen in Strive are because you have meter and you have Roman cancels. But if you were to add a little bit more freedom with the Gatling system, adding, you know, P and K Gatlings, I think that would be a little bit better than what we have right now. We like what you're doing. Rollback is amazing, but there's still some things that need to be addressed. Primarily speaking, the lobby. I'll be happy if they just change the lobby. If I have to pick one of these things, change the lobby at least. Change the lobby at least, then I'll be happy. If I have to keep looking at big numbers, fine. If I have to keep Gatling with like 2K into 2D and that's it, fine. If I have to hit rematch, if I don't have a rematch button and I just have to go in one at a time to get into my matches, fine. but at least change the lobby. I low-key barely noticed the numbers. Are you one of those people that changes the font on your phone to font 82? You're probably already used to it. You probably go to the settings, it's font 82, so you have just ginormous letters on your iPhone. Your tweets must be like 1 letter per page if you don't notice those numbers. Are you kidding me right now?